Good morning from the Cozy Camper. It's coffee time. Vinny's having a nap over on the couch. And it's a sunny day. In the camper, I use a French press. It cuts down on the electricity and it makes a really nice cup of coffee. I also use a manual grinder to grind my coffee, as I like fresh ground coffee. It's very ritualistic for me on weekends. I don't do it through the week. I usually just have instant, but on weekends, and this being my last day before I go back to work, it's time to enjoy a cup of coffee. Good morning, and enjoy your day. Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a video on this gorgeous day out here. It's finally very spring-like, and I wanted to show you some of the trees that came down. I have to pick my way around. Now, some of them we took down to put the camper in place last fall, but other ones came down during the storm. This one, let's see if I can pan up. So this one actually came from here. It fell, it broke there and fell right down. Vinny's in the way, and kind of planted itself right there. And it's wedged up in another tree, so that's not going anywhere for a little while. And then there are, I actually don't want to walk under that one, so I'm going to go this way. And there are some other ones. Some of them fell 2 weeks ago. Others have fallen over the years, kind of typical of being out in the woods. A lot of it is very dry. The ground itself is quite, oh, wrong way. There we go. The ground itself is very boggy, very wet. There's a lot of springs in the area. And here's, oh, that way. There's some more that fell. They would have made some nice crashing noises. Those ones there. There's some big trees. I was surprised they didn't come crashing down. I expected them to. There's some more. Oh, wrong way. One of these days I'll get a handle on this. There's some cedars that came down, some more birch. It's incredible the power that nature has. You know, the trees look nice and strong, and then all of a sudden something big comes through, and they're not as strong as you think they are. I saw another big tree. I know there were several big crashes that I heard. I'm not sure where it came from though. Oh, it came from the top. But you can, that's fresh. That was a tall one But that came from that one way up there. That's incredible. How much destruction happens just from ice. Now, it wasn't a small ice storm. There were people measured the ice, and some of it was, well, here in Canada we have coins for our $1 and $2 bills, and they're called loonies and toonies, and they're bigger than a quarter, and that was the width of the ice that had built up on. I'm not sure if I'm going to find a way through here. That should be fun. Maybe I'll get wet and muddy. I know Vinny will get wet and muddy because that's what he does. Oh, try not to get stuck. There's another one. I'm pretty sure I saw that one come down. I at least heard it. All right, maybe there's a way this way. Oh, I almost got stuck in that mud. The joys of being in the country. Try not to look up because I don't want to see what's up above me. Oh, it actually wasn't that bad. Anyway, this is the property that we're on. Unfortunately, with it being so wet, if we want to do anything with some of it, we'll have to bring in fill and figure out where all the water's coming from and how to control where it goes. All right. Now, I'm just going to see if I can get around here without dying. I'm just going back to work tomorrow, so I don't want to have any more access. Let's see if I can change. Nope. 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 Sorry about that. That was weird. Okay, I was just trying to change the camera, and I think I'm actually going to have to shoot the next video in order to change the camera so we can go for a bit of a walk. All right, so let's see how this goes. I'll see if I can actually walk around without falling. Branches. I'm going to be burning wood for almost ever. I was saying to one of my family members, as hard as it was to go through the ice storm, that sun, as hard as it was to go through that ice storm, we actually kind of bonus out. We end up with all this firewood that we weren't planning on taking down, but we've ended up with it, and now we get to use it in whatever capacity we need. I know a lot of people in town, they they have no use for it. There's a lot of regulations for burning wood in town, but we out in the country have a lot more options. We don't have anyone complaining if we have a fire and a fire pit. Most of us don't burn wood in our houses unless you're closer to being off-grid, but most people in the country have a fire pit, and yeah, it's fun. Yesterday, spent a couple hours burning some wood and just sitting around the fire and enjoying some time with family. That's why we moved here. That's why I'm here. This is how I grew up. We didn't have a fire pit when on the farm. We had a burn barrel, but we did hang out outside all the time. And just found that over the years, while I was in town, that just wasn't happening. Um, as much as I liked being outside, you always had, especially being in a townhouse, you always had neighbors kind of looking and watching everything that you did. You know, if you popped out, they're like, "Oh, hey, neighbor," and quite often that was good. But sometimes, sorry, I'm just looking around. You never know, hearing sounds, people moving around. Um, Sometimes you just want some privacy, and if you or they have family over, you don't want everybody knowing your business. And this is a very squishy area. uh, but yeah, you don't want people knowing your business all the time. It's great to have neighbors. It's great to have someone there to say hi and check on you if they haven't seen you for a few days. But other times, you just want to do your own thing and not have everyone know that, oh, I had so and so over, or I'm hanging my laundry outside, or whatever it could be. So being out here has had its challenges for sure. The driving, well, I don't mind the drive. The driving in this winter, it was hell. It was just hell. It was almost a blessing that I broke my wrist and didn't have to drive. The last week of January and February, they were just horrible, and even into March, there were some pretty horrible storms that, um, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't have to be there. So now comes the decision on what I want to do. Am I going to stay in that job? I'm not moving. And if I do, it won't be closer to work. Um, so do I want to change jobs? Which I do. I like my job. It's easy. I like the people that I work with. They're really fun. Um, and like I said, I don't mind the drive, but I'm looking for something more. And while my writing will be my retirement income, um, I don't think I've quite found my place yet. Soon, I'm getting closer. A few more changes, and then we'll be there. So, if you like my content, if you want to follow on the Homestead Shenanigans, I'm Caroline. I didn't even introduce myself. Sorry about that. And I'll be spending time with Vinny out here, and I think I'm gonna go and burn me some wood. So yeah, if you like my content, if you want to follow on the Homestead Shenanigans, please feel free. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button so you get notified when new videos are put up, and that helps other people find my content. And soon I'll be adding some more animals. So I have the rabbits, and I think quail are going to be next. So should be fun. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.